Hi friends, this is Gautam. In this video tutorial, I am going to discuss about TCP states. So before watching this video, you have to go through TCP header, three-way handshake and four-way handshake. So this concept I already uploaded video in my YouTube channel. So just to go through that concept, then you can watch this video so you can able to understand what I am saying. Okay, we can see. So these are there are different TCP states are there. So first of all we have to go through each and every states, what is the meaning of that state, and so then afterwards I will show it in diagram, then I will show it in real time where these states are applicable and everything. So in TCP state, so first one is a listen state. So listen state means waiting for a connection request from a remote TCP application. So passive open was performed. So in TCP state, passive open, passive open, active open. So passive open means server will initiate this session. Initiate the three-way handshake means is passive open. So if it's active open means client will initiate the three-way handshake means it's active open. So here in listen state, the client will be waiting for an initiation. That means the client will be waiting for an synchronous packet from the server. So that's why waiting for a connection request from a remote TCP application. So listen state meaning is this one only. Okay, next state is a sync-send. So waiting for an acknowledgement from the remote endpoint after having sent a connection request. So the results after step 1 of the three-way handshake. So sync-send means the client will send the synchronized packet to the server and waiting for acknowledgement for the synchronized packet. So in this time the sync-state will be there. So once the client send the synchronized packet means it will be moved to the sync-send and waiting for acknowledgement from the server. So that's why here I mentioned results after step 1 of the three-way handshake. So next state sync-received. So this endpoint has received a connection request and sent an acknowledgement. So this endpoint is waiting for a final acknowledgement, so that the other endpoint did receive this endpoint acknowledgement of the original connection request. So results after step 2 of the three-way handshake. So the synchronous packet is sent, so they will get acknowledgement for the synchronized packet and they will send the synchronized. So they're waiting for the final acknowledgement sent from the client to server. So that time it will be in sync-received state. So this is the result of after second step of three-way handshake. So here we can see results after step 2 of the three-way handshake. So next state is a established. So established state you know very well. So once the three-way handshake is completed means the session will be established. So after that only we are going to transfer the data from client to server. So represents a fully established connection. This is the normal state for the data transfer phase of the connection. Okay, so next to one fin-wait-1. So fin means finish bits. So waiting for an acknowledgement of the connection termination request or for a simultaneous connection termination request from the remote TCP. So this state is normally of short duration. So what they are saying means once the client send the finish packet to the server and waiting for the acknowledgement for the finished packet. So that time it will be in fin-wait-1. Parallelly is waiting for fin flag from the remote server also. So that time this state will be there, fin-wait-1. So next state is fin-wait-2. So fin means finish bit. So here waiting for a connection termination request from the remote TCP. So after this endpoint has sent its connection termination request. So this state is normally short duration. So in fin-wait-2 means, so once the connection is established, the data is transferring. So after completing the After complete transferring the data, the client initiate the session. Client initiate the termination process for the session. So they will send the fin flag and waiting for the acknowledgement. So that time it should be in the fin-wait-1. So once it get acknowledgement from the server, it will goes to the fin-wait-2. So he is waiting for request from the server also. So the session termination is a four-way handshake. So the client will send fin flag and server will acknowledge, and server will send fin flag and client will acknowledge. Then only the session will be terminated. So next one, close-wait. So in this state, this endpoint has received close request from the remote endpoint, and this TCP is now waiting for a connection termination request from the local application. So now this client receive a fin flag. Fin means fin packet from the server, and client will acknowledge for that packet. Now the client will send is fin flag to the server. So that time the close wait state should be there. In close wait, this client will send the fin flag. So that is the meaning for this state. So close-wait means once the server send the fin flag and client will acknowledge for that fin flag, means it will goes to the close-wait state. So in this state, client will send the fin flag. So next to one, closing state. So in closing state, waiting for a connection termination request acknowledgement from the remote TCP. So this state is entered when this endpoint receive a close request from the local application, sends an termination request to the remote endpoint, and receives a termination request before it receives the acknowledgement from the remote endpoint. So what they are saying means, if client send the fin flag to the server, so the server, they're not sending acknowledgement, instead of that server send the fin flag to the client. So the client send the acknowledgement for that fin flag. So that time it will be goes to the closing state. Still the client is waiting for acknowledgement from the server. So first client send the fin flag and server did not send the acknowledgement, and server send their fin flag and client will acknowledge for that fin flag, but still client is waiting for acknowledgement for the their fin flag from the server. So that time it will be in the closing state. So I hope you are getting some confusion. So at the end of the slide I have one diagram. So in that diagram I will explain you, so you will get clear idea. So right now what are the things I am saying, it will be getting little confusion. So next to one, last-acknowledge. So waiting for an acknowledgement of the connection termination request. So previously sent to the remote TCP. So this state is entered when this endpoint received a termination request before it sends to the termination request. So last acknowledgement means the client, the server sends an fin flag, the client will acknowledge. Now client send the fin flag and server should send the acknowledgement. So the client is waiting for final acknowledgement from the server. So that time this state should be there, last-acknowledgement. So these things only I am saying in this slide. So next one, time-wait. So waiting for enough time to pass to be sure that remote TCP received the acknowledgement of its connection termination request. So time-wait means, so before going to terminate this session, they will make sure where either the receiver will receive the acknowledgement or not. So once they get confirmed, they will go to terminate the session. So in this state, they are waiting for final check. That is a time wait. So next to one, closed. So closed means there is no connection, there is no TCP connection, the session is terminated. Okay, so these are the TCP states. Now this is the diagram. All possible TCP states are mentioned in the diagram. So starting point, we don't have any session, it should be closed. Okay, so here from starting point nothing is there, all the sessions are closed. Now client will send. So before explaining this diagram. So the straight line indicates normal transition for server. So if dotted line represents the normal transition for client. So both client and server and all possible TCP states are there in this diagram. So I will tell you step by step. So first one, starting point, there is no session is there. That's why here mentioned closed. Okay. Now client will send the signories packet to the server. So once they send the signories packet, it will goes to the sync-send this state. Here we can see send means the client will send the signories packet, it will goes to the sync-send state. Okay, so here active open means the client will initiate the session. Okay, now in this state the server will reply acknowledgement for the signories packet, and server also send the signories, and then client will acknowledge. So the three-way state is completed. So then from sync-send it will goes to the established state. Here we can see recv means receive, so we can receive synchronous packet plus acknowledgement. So then they will send acknowledgement. Final acknowledgement means it will goes to the established state. So receive means we can receive here and they will send here. So that's why the receive and send. Okay, so from sync-send there is a timeout. So there is a certain time we are not getting any acknowledgement from the server means it automatically goes to starting point close state. Okay, so from close state there is no session, so it will goes to the listening state. So listening state means is a passive open. Passive open means we are waiting for server to initiate the session. So here once we received a synchronous packet, then we are acknowledged for the synchronous packet and we will send the synchronous packet to the server. So that time it will goes to the synchronous-received syn-received state. Okay, then they will receive the acknowledgement means it will goes to the established state. Okay, so here one more possibility is there. So the client send the signories packet, then it will goes to the sync-send. The client did not receive any acknowledgement from the server. So instead of that we will receive the signories packet from the server and client will acknowledge for the signories packet, and again the client will send the signories packet. That means it will goes to the sync-received state. So here we can see received sync, and we send back sync plus acknowledgement, this acknowledgement for this ignorance packet, then it will goes to the sync-received state. So from sync-received state we will get the final acknowledgement means it will goes to the established state. Okay, so up to this you will be clear, I hope. Okay, so from here in established state, now server will initiate the termination process. So the server will send the fin flag and client will send the acknowledgement, means it will goes to the established state to close-wait. So here we can see passive close. Passive close means server will initiate the session, terminate the session. So in established state we receive the fin flag from the fin packet from the server and we acknowledge for that fin packet. So it will goes to the close-wait. From that close-wait, now client will initiate the session. So client will send the fin packet. So if client will send the fin packet means from close-wait it will goes to the last-acknowledge state. In last-acknowledge state, if the client receive the acknowledgement from the server means it will, here we can say receive acknowledgement means it will goes to the closed, so the session will be terminated. So this is one possible if the server will initiate the termination process, means what are the states. Okay, now we can come to the left side. In established state, if client initiate the termination process, so the client will send the fin flag. Once the client send the fin flag means from the established state it will goes to the fin-wait-1. So here three possibles are there. First possible, the client received the fin bit from the server and client send the acknowledgement means it will goes to the closing state. From the closing state, still the client is not received acknowledgement for the fin packet. So once they receive the acknowledgement from the closing state, it will goes to the time-wait. From the time-wait, they will make sure they will receive the acknowledgement or not. So once they confirm, then the session will be terminated. It automatically comes to the close state. Okay, so another possible is the client send the fin packet. It will comes to the fin-wait-1. So once they receive the acknowledgement from the server, it will goes to the fin-wait-2. Here we can see received acknowledgement. So from fin-wait-2, now the server send the fin flag and client will acknowledge. Here we can see receive fin from server and send an acknowledgement, means it will goes to the time-wait. Again in time-wait, they will make sure the receiver will receive the acknowledgement or not. Once they confirm, the session will be terminated. So the another possible is the client send the fin flag and we will get the acknowledgement from the server, as well as server send the fin flag and client will acknowledge it, means it directly goes to fin-wait-1 to time-wait. From time-wait, again they make sure the receiver receive the acknowledgement. Once they confirm, then the session will be terminated. So these are the possible TCP states, all possible TCP states. So from sync-received, instead of we are not receiving the final acknowledgement, instead of they will going to terminate the session, means they will send the fin flag. So from sync-send, it directly goes to the fin-wait-1. So once the client will terminate this session, means first of all it will send the fin flag, means it will goes to the fin-wait-1. So the server will acknowledge and server will send the fin flag and client will acknowledge, means it directly goes to the time-wait. Otherwise the server won't acknowledge for that one. Instead of that, the server send the fin flag and client will acknowledge, means it will goes to the closing state. From the closing state, it will waiting for acknowledgement from the server. Once we can get an acknowledgement, means it will goes to the time-wait. So another possible, the client send the fin flag, the server it will goes to fin-wait-1, then server will send the acknowledgement, means it will directly go to the fin-wait-2, then server send the fin flag and client will send the acknowledgement, means it will goes to the time-wait. Okay friends, I hope you can understand these TCP states. So these are the all possible TCP states. So once you can understand the three-way handshake and four-way handshake, means definitely you can able to understand these TCP states what I am saying. So that's why I ask you to go through the previous video session for how the TCP session will be started and how the TCP session will be terminated. So I explained that concept in Wireshark. So once you can go through that concept and you can saw this diagram, you can able to understand it. Okay, so in real time where the TCP states are exactly using. So in my Windows PC, in command prompt, just I'm giving netstat-a, then I will open the browser to browse different browsers and close the browsers. So each and every protocol, what are the protocols you are using TCP protocol, so each and every protocol, the three-way handshake will be happened, the data will be transmitted, then TCP termination, TCP session will be terminated. So here we can see all the states: listening, established, close-wait, sync-sent. So all the what are the states we discussed, everything we can see it in the client PC. So once you can saw this state, means so what is the meaning? Close-wait means what is the meaning? So the server send the fin flag, the client will acknowledge it. Now the our local computer will send the fin flag. So close-wait means now the client computer will send the fin flag. So we can understand easily in real time how they are working in backend process, everything. So using this state you can able to understand what packets they send and waiting for which packet, everything you can know. So just go through these TCP states and you have to practice by your own. So just open your command prompt and you have to give netstat-a, then you can open your browser. You have to browse some websites and download or whatever it is. So maximum you have to try to use TCP protocols and check it in that. So the states and everything will be there, so you can understand what is happening in the backend. Okay friends, Thank you for watching my video. So I hope you can understand the TCP states. In case if you have any queries means please ping me. I will reply to your query. Thank you. Thank you for watching my video and subscribe my channel for further updates. Thank you friends.